me see. Maybe this will work. If it doesn't, that's all right. We'll just stop there. Oh, and there it goes. How did I not know your partner was a chef? That's amazing. Pork roast with mashed potatoes and peas. I love it. All right, we're gonna get the microphones up and going. The wireless microphones, rather, up and going. And, Crimson, were you here when I think we figured out what was going on? With the wireless mic, why it was peaking and stuff? All right. All right. So, the project we are working on is located in exclamation point project. We'll show you what's going on there. I am also 3D printing something. As we work, I'll show you what it is. So I found I'll show you what it is actually real quick on here. I found a pattern for nesting trays. Bill! Welcome for the first time. It's so nice to meet you, my friend. I missed you. How are you? Can I get some love and hype in the channel for our friend Bill? Where's the bamboo? I thought I had it up. Bamboo. How about nesting trays? Nesting trays, okay. How are you, Bill? You're typing a chef's key. Just got home from work, yay! Oh, thank you, Dragon Gem. They're now that they're getting longer, I'm still kind of painfully in the grow up phase personally, but tonight they're doing okay. I like how they're blending like candy caning. It's very seasonal. But thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Bill, for the 93 months. You're amazing. Ready for Christmas vacation? When do you start? When do you start your Christmas vacation? And this is the nesting trays that we're printing right now. I have 4 of the small ones printed out. I'm printing out a large one right now, and I have 2 mediums printed out. Then I'm gonna do, there's a top, a lid over here. We're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna see which other ones we'll need to do. I'm making them for sewing purposes, believe it or not. So if you come with me over to my cutting table, you'll see where I have them displayed. I'm using them to host all of, like, all the findings for a project, all the hardware, so that I don't, you know, scatter it everywhere and lose it per usual. You're off from the 20th until
broomsticks!
Nice.
I'll never get dinner cooked at this rate.
That's awesome, Bill. I love that. Dark Sun, hello. How are you? And Malfunk, you have a vacation coming up soon too, I think. I don't take Christmas vacations anymore since I've been running Dopey. Because I need all my time off. I've already taken all my time off this year. I'm literally out of PTO for 2023. I think I have 1 lone sick day just hanging out. So we are working on a Lola tonight. We're actually working on 2 Lolas. Ooh. Well, I wish you, sorry, bro. I wish you well with that. Finals time is always fun. 2 weeks of work left before 3-week vacation. I love all of this for all of you. You know what I'm going to do next year when I'm done running all these races? I'm going on a cruise. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know how we're going to pay for it, but that's what credit cards are for, right? But after all that run-in this year, I think it's going to be time to go on a little runcation. All right, let me get chat up over here. All right. See, I love this already because I can just put everything in these things. And I also have the bigger one if I need it. And they all nest together. All right, so we're making 2 Lolas. And we're gonna...
I mean,
I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that. Hi, Marcy. How are you, friend? We gotta talk about this. I'm glad you're here. Marcy bought this bag. Hold on, the Wi-Fi over here on my Mac isn't working. So I don't see chat. I was like, wow, chat just went. Where'd chat go? Connecting to chat. Okay, let me see what I missed. Cruise, baby. Hey, Duke, how are you? It's so great to see you. Yeah, so we actually have 10% off of a cruise because we booked on our last cruise and we already put down $250. Yeah, I'm saying that after all the running I'm doing this year, we're going to have to take a cruise. Lowe's is finally starting to let... Good! I'm so glad, Bill, you deserve that. How are you, my friend? 31 months, love and hype in the channel. I mean, long overdue, Bill. But I'm glad they're doing it. Better late than never, I guess, is what they say. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put together. It has been so long, but you know what? I'm just glad to see you. How are you? I'm glad you caught me too. Duke, it's good to see you too. Appreciate all of you. We're making 2 purses. We're cutting 2 purses at the same time. But Marcy, do you want to see what I got, what I have for the bag now that everything's all said and done? And I'm ready to put it together? Well, you know, I'm putting it together. Okay, so this is... This necessitated corners because I messed up. So you can see it right here, right? So with the accent corners, right? For the bags. Oh, wait, I might have to recut some 2 of these. No, I think they're okay. We'll see. No, they're okay. So we've got the accent corners. I'm going to quilt it. It's going to look like this. Not with the hair, but... I'm going to follow all the white lines, and so it'll be quilted like that with the foam on the back. So it'll give it a little bit of a dimensional shape. And then I found Mickey purse feet that I had in my repertoire. So it'll have Mickey purse feet. And I think I'm going to quilt the bottom of the bag too. So that it has the same style, but it's just going to be the plain matte black. I have Mickey Chicago screws for all the rivets. We're going to do rolled handles, and they're going to attach to these. I don't know why I have 5 in there by mistake. And this matching zipper. Are you good with all that? Isn't it going to be cool? I love it. I'm very excited. Multitasking tonight. C2E2 in April. Yay! What kind of cosplay are you thinking? Drop it on us. You have a sewing machine showing up tomorrow? What did you get, Malfunct? We are announcing, so to replace the one you dropped while moving. Oh no! So our sewing machine, I gotta get my link. Really, right? I love it. So we have a big announcement on Thursday, playing 5 million invoices for work, just pushing buttons. It's boring. I'm sorry. They deny vacation all year round, lose their mind. Well, I mean, that makes sense, Bill. I'm glad that you're gonna get that. So I'm gonna show you guys a sneak peek of a new sponsorship that we have that's started. I just need to get my not my affiliate link. I need to get my purchase link, but we're gonna start. This is like sneak peek. I haven't even unboxed it yet. Malfunct. If you know, there's a friend of ours who's now working with them, and independent of them working with them, I am also working with them. So they sent me this. So we're going to do an unboxing video. And the B38's a great machine. If you don't know, Burnett is a brand one of the brands underneath the Bernina umbrella. Well, I'm so glad you did. I'm super glad. So what I like most about it, and we've talked about this before, right? I have a lot of expensive sewing machines. And when people ask me what they should get, I do have a really great list of lower cost machines, right? But the Burnett's, so I went and sewed on them before I agreed to the sponsorship. And let me tell you, they're phenomenal. For smaller machines that aren't like the M7 with this big digitized, like, it's overkill almost. I love this machine. I love it so much. So I'm super happy to be repping for them. I'll do a formal announcement on Thursday after I get the machine unboxed and all that fun stuff. So yeah. I'll have a link for everyone if you want to get it, and it will come, hopefully when you buy it, it will have a little bit of extra. So we'll talk about that too. Thinking an easy one, Superboy from the Young Justice animated series. Nice. You know what? It's a good time for the gym. A lot of them have sales going on. I'm so glad you got one. They're good machines. Take the drop machine in to get service is probably fine. I get you. No, I think that you're doing the right thing. So that's our sneak peek at Thursday's announcement. It'll be a larger one then. I'm excited. I'm also excited to be working alongside Tony. Tony also is repping for Burnett, and it's great all around. We love to see our friends succeed. Why is that? But it was so funny because they didn't know I was talking with them too. And when I saw them like vague posting, I was like, hey, do you happen to be talking to X? Because if so, okay, so here's what I'm going to do really quickly because I just realized that this is a thing. We're going to cut two more of these because I cut them to match this perfectly. I didn't cut I cut 4 of them the same, not 2 and 2, which is okay because I'll just save the 2 for the other ones. Yeah, see, they're all slightly off, so we're gonna do 2 and 2. There's 2 should be fine though. No, they're all gonna be, because they're all gonna be. Yeah, so this should fit here. And it does, yeah, perfectly. All right, so. Yeah, so the biggest thing I'm excited about with those machines is how affordable they are, and how accessible they are. I will have a link to buy them for folks that may be looking for a new machine. I'm super stoked. I'm also a terrible secret keeper, as we know. For my own secrets. Other people's secrets, I'm like a Ned Stark level secret keeper. Some of these, what? This is why we double check. Why is only one lining up? Oh my god. That's fun. Okay, well, see that again. This is why we double check. For next year's Ren Fair, exactly. Why not? Why not? In fact, we're just going to use this so that they are all the same. It wouldn't be my stream if I didn't lose something. Tonight's loss, a pen. Who needs a pen? I do. I'm the one who needs a pen. So I will say, just so everyone is aware, in full disclosure, I did have options on who to work with from a sewing machine vendor. I was very lucky that I was speaking to more than one company when I made this decision. So I picked, honestly, I picked the one that had the best vibes because they all had good machines, right? Even though, and I'm not contractually obligated to say anything, I did like the Burnett's most, right? But I like to work with people who are good people and who want to do good things in the sewing space. So I'm not here to make money for people who maybe shouldn't. Yes, I like that they're looking for diversity in their brand ambassadors too. Like specifically looking for diversity in their brand ambassadors. And it was funny because I was talking to them, and I think they saw what I looked like. But he basically described someone, he's like, you don't see a lot of people like that sewing. And I'm like, that's who I am. Exactly who I am, right? So I really enjoyed that. I have had, every conversation I've had with them has been good. It's like Famore. It's why I settled on them for a scissors brand. Not settled, but it's why I decided on the, sounds like I settled. It's why I decided to go with them for a sponsorship for my cutting implements. I like who they are, and I liked what they stood for. And I like them. And I have been very picky about sewing machine and sewing related sponsorships because I know how you all are in terms of support, right? You ask me questions about what you should get and you trust my answers. And that's a trust I take extremely seriously, right? I don't want to betray that trust. And with that comes being careful with who I work with. So, oh my gosh, Malfunk, they're so fun to chat with. I talked to one of them for almost 2 hours. One day I was like, shoot, I have to go. Like, they're just good people. Not just good to work with, right? Because there's plenty of companies that are good to work with. But in a world where good people are increasingly hard to find, I am doing my level best to find the ones to work with. Yeah, agreed. And it's funny because I didn't tell the guy my story about Bernina, because I don't want to embarrass the brand, but it had nothing to do with the brand, so I probably will tell him. When he talks about accessibility and diversity, he's talking directly to me. When I was 26 years old in 1999, I moved to Virginia from Boston. It was huge. I moved away from everything I ever knew, everyone I ever knew, to work at a company I was taking a huge chance at working at, right? And one of the first things I unpacked was my sewing machine. Hi, Iron Bands Graham. I will be working with Burnett. I will have a link soon, but I'm so thrilled to work with Burnett. They're a cottage brand of Bernina, and I have a brand new B77 that we're gonna unbox, and I'll make a video for it later. It's so good to see you. How are you? They are very smart to realize that, Malfunked. And like I said, I'll never forget. In 1999, I went into, it's a now mostly defunct fabric store that was in Virginia, that has a letter for a name, because I know that at least one person in here knows who they are, and I don't want to publicly slander them. And it's not slander because it's true, but there's no point in ill will. Anyway, I walked in. And I had my childhood singer. No problem with singers, just not with the machine level I was looking to have. It was old. I'd had it since I was a child. So I walk in and I start looking at the Berninas and I start asking questions about them. And this woman goes, those machines are very expensive. And I was like, okay. No, they're very expensive. It was like a full Pretty Woman moment. And she told me how much it was, and it was the one I was looking at was like $2,000, I think. And while that was a little expensive for me at the time, I was making good money, but I was still 26 years old. It wasn't prohibitive, but her attitude was super prohibitive. And I felt like I was not being allowed to even look at the machine, never mind talk to them about buying it. So I got a little discouraged when it came to buying, nicer machines. And that was, I ended up not getting Berninas when it was time, when I went shopping for big machines partially because of this woman. Right? So to work with them 24 years later is a dream, right? For them to want me. So I was very thrilled to accept that working relationship. So Cricket, hey! I am not getting the Yaya Han. We decided that I was not going to start with the embroidery machine. However, what I have, because I already have 3 embroidery machines, we're gonna see how that goes. How much embroidery on stream I start showing again, because I really want to, because you all know I love to do it. So once I start getting that back on stream again, I'll probably get the yaya. However, I have the yaya without the embroidery. So I have the sewing part of the yaya. By the way, there's a Yaya Han branded embroidery machine that Burnett makes that's phenomenal. For an entry-level machine, it does so much more than others in its price point. Comes with embroidery software. Like, it is the best starter embroidery machine I've ever seen. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Iron Bands Graham. I can't wait to do the official announcement. It's going to be on Thursday of this week. So, I appreciate it. You'll take 2. You're so kind, Crafty. I love you. Right? Exactly, Malfunct. I will take 2. Oh, I see what you mean for the pretty woman, yeah. 30 minutes into your sleep meds? That sounds delightful, Iron Bands Graham. I didn't sleep at all last night. Yeah, yes, they were horribly condescending, Cricket. Yeah. And we do see what happens with them. You know, Iron Bands Graham, I felt like that too, but it was because of that person, right? Everybody I've talked to from Bernina has not just been they're focusing specifically on diversity, right? They want to see people, underserved communities get into sewing, and they're actively searching out creators to help them do that. And I think that that's amazing. And it's not what I would have expected from the brand. So it was a welcome surprise, to be honest. And I have enjoyed every conversation I've had with them so far. I love the passion that they have for sewing in general and for inspiring others to sew. And it was funny because when I was talking to them, the more that we talked, the more I realized how much our values aligned. Like, they're like, I just want people to try things. I want everybody to feel empowered to sew. And I'm like, that sounds like my stream, right? I want everyone to have the ability to do this. It's good for your mental health. I think it's good for your physical health. Not just creating, but sewing. I think there's something so uniquely fulfilling about being able to make something from your own bare hands, from essentially pieces of floppy fabric, right? At DragonCon, you stared at it a little too long. Well, Griffin Girl, if you end up wanting one, I highly recommend it. And I can walk you through mine and give you a link where you can get some, we can talk about, I'll know when you should pull the trigger from a sales perspective and stuff like that now. So we'll definitely talk whenever you're ready about that. But my favorite part about it is that I will have a machine that I'm sewing on for primarily. We're still going to use my Juki. Well, I'll still use the Janome, but probably not anywhere near as much. The best part is that I'll have a machine that's the equivalent of my $7,000 machine, MSRP, $7,000 machine that is completely affordable. I think it's $1,400 new. Holy moly. What a huge price point difference, right? And it does almost everything the same. So I love it. You have a great night too, Mrs. EA. It was so good to see you. I hope that I get to see you again soon. The only thing about edge painting is it gets a little messy, and I need to have a better system for dealing with the mess. I need some wet wipes, because we don't want to get it on the things we're about to work with. Right, I will take 2 glasses and then bought 2. Exactly. Don't tell me that. That is my Marty McFly kryptonite when someone's like, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. And they make assumptions about who I am based on what I look like. Right? Why would you not want... Isn't that commissioned for you, lady? It was bizarre. All right, so we're cutting out the bags first. So we got that. Interior contrasting steel. Okay. Oh, where'd the foam go? Oh, there it is. So we're making 2 of these bags. One is already, as I mentioned, one is already taken, purchased, which is amazing, and I'm honored by that. And the other is this one. And I can make 2 of the other bag too. And we talked, it doesn't, I believe the consensus was it does not need to be the only one of its kind. But that being said, there will only ever be 2. Was the nameless store incident something that happened when I first moved down here? Yes, Crafty. It was in 1999. I lived in Centerville, Virginia. Cricket, did I have a chance to introduce you to Crafty at DragonCon? I don't think I did. I mean, that happens a lot. You know, it's hard to get multiple groups in the same place at the same time. But you're both up in Virginia. And Crafty and I both know somebody else named Cricket, and for the longest time, I conflated you with that Cricket. In stories and stuff. I don't think we met. Okay. You also didn't go to any... I don't know that we had any Twitch things this year. I'm going to try to change that for next year, do another Twitch creative meetup. I think I'm over my burnout of not running events. And I can do at least one. I may also do... wait for it, a panel. The other Cricket, a Renaissance Fair person that I didn't really know very well, but I always, in my head, conflated. Right, Malfunct? And I feel like that's always been the case. So there was a dude on TikTok who used to do a series about people with money. And about like how you could tell the people who actually had money versus the people who like had, I don't know. See, why is this now not the same size? Oh, I see. I have a projector above me. I need to get it working so that I can project patterns instead of use paper. I'm also gonna, one of the first things I'm gonna laser cut is gonna be this on an acrylic, full-sized, like double. Not just this single side nonsense, like this cut on fold nonsense. And I'm happy for it whenever you're adjacent. Rich versus very rich. Cullen, exactly. Thank you. It's Nicholas Crown. So Cullen, yeah, I think that this year at DragonCon I would like to, I know I've said, you know, a million times that I'm not going to run any events at DragonCon, but I think I'm about ready to change that. I'm doing this a dumbass way. Hold on. We're just going to use this and be very careful. Smarter, not harder. You're making 20-somethings in jeans and geeky t-shirts walking in to buy luxury cards. Couldn't get attention from salespeople. Amen. They don't allow beer pong drinking contests you already tried. Well, damn it. Did you just say Pontiac dealership? I love that so much, Melflint. My dad had a Pontiac. Pontiac Sunfire. You've had 2 Pontiac. Word just said you used a bad word. What was the bad word, though? We had a Pontiac Sunfire, a Le Mans, and a Firebird. Nice, nice. I had a friend with a Firebird. Firebird. Oh, a Fiera. Oh, wow. Good times. A Pontiac Guy Fieri. Oh, which TikTok shops have been scams? This I've missed. I have been blocking all of the NPCs because I can't take it anymore. Thank you. Andrew's very happy about this. You just report them all. There you go. You mean, hey Brian, how are you? No, at my dad's it was a Pontiac Sunbird. I think that was his attempt at a family car coming off of having like a Datsun 240Z. Oh, manual transmissions in a hilly area. Not for the not for the faint of heart. How are you, Brian? Is he being needy again? Bro. Come here, bro. Come here. I know. Oh, you? Oh, hi, bro. This is a needy dog. Hi. Good boy. Okay, enough. Ugh. Watches his reference fly by. Oh no, was it a joke and I didn't get it? I'm sorry, Brian. The Fiera was a tough shifting manual too. Oh yeah, what was the other one that was a Dodge? Oh, what was it? The Dodge Charger. That was a tough shift. Holy guac. That was probably the toughest shift I ever shifted. Was the Dodge Charger. Until my ex-husband got till I moved in with my ex-husband and he had a what do you call it? A Mustang, a 2000 Mustang that he replaced the clutch in. So it had a Cobra clutch. Had a 280Z. Nice, Griffin girl. You had to slip the clutch after over a decade. Oh my gosh. Yeah, driving, the first time I drove the Miata, Marcy, I was like, ha, ha, ha. It had been a long time. Ras Quashimo and Domesticana, and the phrase in Spanish is Fregado pero no jodido. It roughly translates to scrubbed but not fucked, down but not out. I like it. Let's see, Brian, your reference. What was the 63 Pontiac Tempest with the metallic mint green paint? What was that from? Because I definitely missed the reference. Stop and go traffic. Oh, sucks. Stop and go traffic on a hill was the worst. Like that's, oh, thank you. Oh, no, sweet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I learned to drive on the Charger. You nearly hit a parked bus. Well, I'm glad you didn't. That car's not an easy car to drive. Like, I am always, when I get from your house to the parks, I'm always like, look at me. Who would have thought? Not me. I am impressed that you pulled that out of your ass for My Cousin Vinny. I haven't seen that movie in a dog's age. So, speaking of movies I haven't seen in a dog's age, it's on my list of things to revisit. However, we talked about doing movie nights again in the Discord, like we used to do a couple years ago. Would anyone be interested in that if we did it? Oh my gosh, I had an Oldsmobile too! Always. I appreciate you. Because I really want to see... I think we talked about the first one being Donnie Darko. This guy, Bill, love it. I mean, honestly, I would do it with just one extra. I would like to do a couple of classes. I would like to do something on live streaming creative. Because I would love to energize the category. And I feel like I have now... Twitch has given me the clout that I can say, hey, I would like to run this class. I'm a Twitch ambassador. It has some weight to it. And I would like to use that weight for the good of creative. Right? If we could drum up some new streamers for Twitch Creative, I would love that. Because we have seen what this platform can do with creative when it is nurtured. We just have to do it a little differently. But it's such a delightful category of people on a site that can sometimes be a little dark. I am all about being a light in the darkness. I love the opportunities that we're given to live stream crafting. I think that it brings it into people's homes in a way that YouTube does not. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying making YouTube content. I'm streaming live to YouTube and TikTok right now. We're using our ability to multi-stream to the fullest, but the ability to do this live, to answer questions live, to troubleshoot live, to show the process from start to finish, I think there are streaming panels. I mean, I'm actually on their Discord. I just need to reach out to them. So. Oh, giant Buick sedan. Ooh, a Buick. Sucked on ice, you had to... Hold on, it scrolled off the screen. You had to shift it to neutral to turn corners because the front wheels would lock up. That's amazing. When your 8th grade class visited high schools, one of them was the school Marissa Tomei. They dropped her name roughly every 45 seconds. Oh my gosh. Did she go there though, Brian? Are you sure? Welcome back, Cypher. It went straight lines unless you hit neutral first. That's phenomenal. I love that. I love that journey. Quite sure. I don't know. Maybe if they told you. That's not working. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this smarter, differently. The Suzuki Samurais, I do. Oh my gosh, good times for those. Remember the Isuzus? Joe Isuzu. Oh, good times. The Royal Broadingham. That sounds so fancy. I drove an Oldsmobile, a Cutlass Sierra. An Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra. Sandra, hello, friend. How are you tonight? I wish I'd had more energy during the pandemic to do things like movie nights and to have streamed more. I think that's my biggest regret over the last couple of years, that we really lost touch with some of the things that we did as a community that really bonded us outside of just the stream. If I could change anything, it would probably be that. Not that we're talking about changing things. I don't know where that tangent came from. Movie nights, that's where it came from. And so we're kind of in a little bit of a rebuilding with that, and I'm not sad about it. Because we really only have the time that's presented to us right now, and we can learn from the past, right? And do the future differently. That's what we're going to do. Faux fancy. I love it. Trying to be a Cadillac but not reaching that level. Do y'all remember the pink Cadillacs that people would get for selling so much Mary Kay? When you worked at DC, we were in a carpool. Guy had a Gremlin 6. Oh, 6 of us rode it to oh, nice. Was that in the slug lanes? Iron Bands Graham? Sandrasa, hello! Thank you so much for that resub. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime sub here. 8 months. Love and hype in the channel. Trying to upload stuff to your site, but you keep nodding off. It's that kind of Monday. Andrew and I woke up. I don't know that Andrew actually ever got to sleep. He didn't. He says, I woke up. Well, you were sleeping when I woke up. So I think maybe you had like 5 or 10 minutes of sleep. So we both got like absolutely no sleep last night. And then, like legitimately no sleep. I apparently went to sleep a little bit before 12 and then woke up at 12:45 to go to the bathroom because I was drinking water like a son of a gun, and which was good, you know. And then I couldn't get back to sleep. And then I finally was getting a little sleepy, and then Brody decided he really had to pee and like jumped on us. And then we were up for another hour there. And then finally at like 4:45, I got less than 2 hours sleep. So we took a little nap at one point today. So I am, that's part of why I started early, a little early. Well, that's when I want to start. I would like to start at 6, which is 8 Eastern. But yeah, oof. Have a dog, they said, right? It'll be fun. Exactly. And then Stormy spent all night licking herself. Like, Stormy, why? All right, so what are we going to use for that? Not buckram. I could do 2 levels. Oh, we'll just do that. So by that, I'm looking at the bottom support. What we're going to use for the bottom support, we'll just use this. You want something firm. I used to actually use, what do you call it? I'm off camera looking for one to see if I have one in my stores. We used to use cutting mats from the dollar store.
Red leader standing by. Gray leader standing by. Green leader standing by.
Hero!
Lock S foils and attack positions.
Welcome on in, Hero. How are you? We're going to give a little love for our friend Hero. I'm trying something. Let me see if it works. I have a bot. Huh? It worked? It worked!
I went to go do it and I was like, oh, it's already done.
I figured that was just an easy thing, right? That it will automatically do that. Hi! So, first of all, Hero, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream was great. If you noticed, right when you came in with the raid, you got a shout out. And I have a new bot that's doing that. It's actually, I'm trying it. It's an AI bot. But it does things like the shout outs are different. Like when I do SO Nurbal, is it going to work for me? Yeah, see it? Do you see how it looks a little different? Like it comes up with your card? Sundrasa, right? I love that emote so much. The taking notes. Why don't we have a taking notes one? I always ask you to take a note. We need one of you taking a note, babe. Nurbal, take a note. I say it all the time. So it's my AI bot. I'm looking at it. See? Oh, Cypher has one too, right? So it is, I have just started playing with it. What I want to do is it'll do, oh, that's not. Yeah, so I want it to, when I do a shout out, I want it to do a little image on the screen. Also, I want it to, when it does a shout out. So if you don't know, first of all, I'm going to shout this guy out too. Flank Thomas is one of the most amazing people I have met on Twitch. Like, he is a phenomenal human. However, first, join with me in following our friend Hero. Once they let us know what they were streaming and all that. Oh, it probably said, no, no. What were you streaming, my friend? Thanks again for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. I didn't realize I had never followed you. That's on me. I have fixed it. Flank is an amazing broadcaster. It does exactly. It's like raids. I used to find people all the time in raids. And Flank is one of those folks that I got to meet at TwitchCon who is phenomenal. He streams MLB, but just like sewing, just because you might not like MLB, the game, doesn't mean you won't like Flank. He is the consummate entertainer. He's kind, he's engaging, he's funny as hell. His bot is amazing. Like when it shouts you out, like for example, if it shouted out Cypher, it would take information from Cypher's channel. And that Cypher wrote, right? Like on their about, like it says like Chicagoan, gamer, geek, game dev. It would take that and pull it into the channel in a more conversational way when I shouted out Cypher. So not just, hey, here's her channel, but a little bit of, hey, here's why, yeah, here's what I think you should do. I think it looks really neat. I want to try it out. I am not a huge AI person. I think that it has a lot of faults. I think that using it at very specific, are you joking? It sold out again. The filament lever. Yeah. The hell? I guess when it comes back, I should just hit buy. So, science and technology. We were going through an advent calendar for the Raspberry Pi Pico. Oh, that's awesome. I'm about to start playing with Raspberry Pi. I have been threatening to do so for years, but I have a bunch of RFID readers that I want to get working. So, hey, Lori, you did! Welcome, my friend. You figured it out also 8 years ago because you've been following since October 1st, 2015, which is the same day you made your account. It's good to see you. Done a ton with Raspberry Pi. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can hit you up for some assistance, if that would be okay. They are, I'm not quite sure. It's more like Arduino. Yeah, well, and I don't know what's going to be the best to do. Something that's Arduino focused or not. Oh, thank you, Hero. So I have a kit from years ago for Go Live, right? That came with the Let me see if I can find it. Go live 3D print. Sign. So it's a sign. It's an on-air sign. On-air sign 3D print. So here it is. Oh my, it's Adafruit. I found it. So I have this kit somewhere. It is a 3D printed IoT Internet of Things on-air sign for Twitch. It comes with so it comes with all of these parts, right? So it comes with the wiring components. It comes with this Adafruit thing, some NeoPixel LED strips and the wire. So I'll be able to make that once I finally get off my ass. Yeah, we'll do it on stream. We'll do it on stream. I love soldering. I know how to say it. I have a soldering iron and the wire, like, and the solder on a, you know, so. Yeah, and that's part of why I picked that Malfunct as, like, my first project in that arena, because it will give me, I feel like it will give me the confidence to do more for it, you know? You know, Sandrasa, I feel like it is, but I feel like we both could do it. I feel like we could. So I'm excited. We'll do that soonish. I just you know what? Once I dig it up, we'll find it. And Cypher, you didn't do anything but be awesome. I was just noting that you, I was using you as an example, since you were also interested in that bot. By the way, the bot is streamaichat.com. There's a paid plan that I'm not on. Here it is. I'll put it in the chat. Without the trailing slash, because my finger just hit that. I just have the basic stuff right now, but I can do a GIF. It can do a dice roll, actually. I have it so that on being rated, it does that shout out. I can also do other things that it'll play an audio file, a video, an image, show some text in response. Use AI to craft a response. Let's see. Thank the person for rating the channel. Let's see what it says. Some of the responses have been pretty janky. Hey, welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for rating Imperial's channel. We're glad to have you here. Enjoy the stream, PogChamp. Let's add that. Let's see. Thank the person rating the channel and use emotes. And introduce them to the channel using their about from their channel. Let's see if that works. Come on, AI. Prove you're worth something. Thanks so much for the raid, Raiders username. Welcome to Imperial's channel. Imperial's an amazing streamer. No, not me. Introduce the person rating them. Introduce the raider. All right. Be very specific. Oh, interesting. We're going to see if that works. We're going to save it. So next time someone raids us, we'll see if it works. I, for one, welcome our new AI overlords, right? I wonder, hold on a second. Hold on. That's a good idea. I'm going to try that. Commands that your chat can take. Add a command. Text. Show some text and respond. Exclamation point joke. Who can use the command? Use AI to instruct the tell a random joke that's clean. All right. Let's see if it works now. Wow. It does. It's like humor in fingers. Humor and fingers are things that AI has a big problem with. Let's see what the joke is when I test it. Hey chat, I've got a clean joke for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Wow. Was awful. Fingers are the... So there's... If you use Slack at work or wherever, there's some AI Slack emotes now, and there's like an AI thumbs up, and it's 2 thumbs. This is amazing. I know. I'll be sad when it does malfunct, because I think that it's... Unfortunately, they're getting better at fingers. Ugh, that's sad to hear. I don't want them to get better at fingers. They're also terrible at mouths. Like, everyone looks like they're laughing maniacally, like they took some sort of Joker-esque drug in Batman. Right, sus. Well, and here's the deal. Here's my deal with AI. If it's taking if it's taking away something that's not a menial task, that's just saving a human time, I don't want it. Right? Like, I don't want it to draw things for me. I do like the ability to storyboard things that I would never use on their own, right? Like, storyboard me, like I'm thinking of this and I don't know how it should look, right? That's an okay to me use of AI. However, if I want to then use that drawing for something, I should pay an artist to create that. Right? That's But things like, Zoom has an AI assistant that will summarize a meeting. I think that's pretty nifty. So I don't have to take notes in a meeting. I'm down. Like with that, but in general, it's gotta be, I don't know. I feel like it could be very dangerous if we're not careful, and I don't like that. I have a huge problem with AI text. Is one thing, but AI art is a whole nother, and I don't care for it. I think, again, it has its place only in like I can't draw. I have something in my head that I'm trying to figure out for, like, I'm trying to write something or do something. Show me what this would look like if I put in all of this stuff. Great. Okay, that's given me a visual that's helping me move forward out of my writer's block. It's not giving me something that I would have paid someone for. That's okay. Hey, Lily! I know it's not up yet. I gotta do it. Andrew sent it to me. AI in healthcare, I don't like it. Well, so here's the deal. I don't like it. I heard a statistic the other day, though. If it's gonna take food off a friend's table, I'm not interested. 100%. 100%. That's where I draw the line as well. And that's a hard line that I draw. We're gonna fix this right now. Absolute hard line. But so AI in healthcare. Hold on a second. Lily pandas. Sub sounds. Volume not at 100%. Please no. How did everyone lose their hearing? Well, I didn't put anything down.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
There we go. Very good choice, by the way. All right, it now should work. So AI, where was it? AI in healthcare, so new medical knowledge. So this is what I've heard. Now, again.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Medical knowledge is said to double every 73 days. Right? How does a doctor keep up with that? I don't know that AI is the answer, but that's a lot of knowledge that needs to be known. That we only reward the machine owners, and that's the same hierarchy that we have today. That's a problem, right? If you keep trying it, it'll eventually work. There you go, Lily. Hey, Chris, he works for a company that makes software for pharmacies, and the upper management wants us to cram AI in anywhere so we can say we're AI powered. See, and that's so dangerous, Chris, right? Like, yeah, that's absolutely dangerous. Don't even need a ruler for that line. Right, if a machine freed us up to do other things, and everybody's still got their bag, I'm okay with that. But who makes sure it's accurate? Who makes sure that it's relevant? Who makes sure that it's right? That's my problem with AI touching healthcare, right? However, like what Crafty said, what if it makes a suggestion that helps us identify something we didn't see? What if it's helpful? I don't know what the answer is, right? Yeah. I don't even know. Right? I just know that I just want, yeah, yes. That's the thing is, people talk about AI, and not all the people, right? I've seen some very ethically focused discussions on AI, but as a whole, I find what Chris is saying, luckily not where I work, but I find what Chris is saying seems to be the truth of the matter across a lot of industry right now, which is, well, we just need to say that we are an AI shop. No, you don't. It's like people who rush to do NFTs. Like, I look at it the similar way. Like, oh, we now take, we're going to do NFTs. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Why? Are you sure? Have you vetted it? Or is it just what's cool? Right? Like, I can see actual practical applications of AI in healthcare. I can. Do I love them? I might not, but I can see it. Right? Johnny's Steak Shop, now powered by AI, is not what I'm looking for. Right, exactly. And that's the thing. Everything that is like a language model, anything that is, there's so many things that are being lumped into AI that are not, that the people who are just 100% against AI are never going to listen to things if people say, well, this is also AI. I am still extremely hesitant about it as a technology across the board, be perfectly clear. That doesn't mean I'm not willing to hear things that are being discussed with it, but I don't love it off the bat. The Bing AI chats to ask it questions to refine your search. See, stuff like that? I love that, Malfunct. I love that. Because the human is not taken out of it. That's why I like it. What if the AI showed a trend to a clinician so they could verify and care for the patient? 100%. Absolutely. That's the type of helper that I think AI could be. AI should be looked at as a helper, as an assistant, as something, it's a trust but verify, right? Human-controlled robot surgeons are so good, though. But exactly, human-controlled. I think, Malfunk, that would have to be done carefully, but that, I think, hopefully, it would be done carefully. So, but I think full disclosure and human, I get most concerned when people talk about taking humans out of the equation. That's when I really get concerned, right? Well, we can do this, so we don't need people. Well, no, that's not true. By the way, my scissors are working again, which is a big bonus. Let's get some foam. Right, done carefully, but there'll be a day when the human... See, I hope there's not a day when the human's in the way. I think the human should be, I mean... Honestly, we have a seat at the table. It's us, is the way I look at it. We're talking about doing things for us. We should always have a seat at the table. I think I need a marker for this, not a pen. Exactly, Dark Sun. I want shitty, dangerous jobs to... You tell me AI can do a shitty, dangerous job? Done. You tell me AI can rescue people? Done. But you put AI down in a mine so that humans don't have to go there, but find a way to preserve those jobs so that humans can still, pay the bills in areas where mining is the only business. That's what I'm most concerned of, right? When people say, "Oh, well, we can make this safer with AI." Well, what does that mean? Does that mean taking the people out of it? What happens to the people then? Do they still have a job? Exactly. That's the thing, right? If we run away frightened, we're never gonna advance, and it's gonna happen anyway. So we need to stay involved, right? By the way, Crafty and Lori, who keep talking to each other about stuff, you're both in... Wait, I think you know each other. I think you know each other. Have you figured that out yet? Hold on. I'm like 90% sure. $22 mutual. Let me see who the mutuals are. They know Sid. Not mutuals, but I believe you know of each other. Renaissance Fair. Someone. Maybe like you knew about me. I just sent you a message with their name. Y'all are... Yeah. Jamie and Lori are together a lot, if you remember. Like 2 peas in a pod. I know, right? Well, Lori, a funny story. Marcy and I all but found each other in, like, I'm still on the lookout for a photo that has Marcy in it that I'm also in, because we all went to fair at the same damn time. And I didn't meet Marcy until knitting group. I long for a time when you don't have to work to just merely survive. I am a big fan of the a minimum wage, a minimum livable wage for all. Universal minimum wage. Absolutely. No, Malfunct, you're not wrong. Sandra, these scissors, universal basic income, thank you. These are the ones I recommend. These scissors, I'll put a link in the chat. These scissors are the best ones I've found to date. Absolutely the best ones. But yeah, universal basic income is the greatest thing that we're not doing. Coupled with universal basic housing and universal basic healthcare, right? Everybody, so we have a constitution that says that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, how do we do the first two? How do we do the third one? If we have a right to life, right, a life, how do we do that if we're constantly worried about how we're going to eat? Right? It doesn't make sense. And then I've had discussions with people who have said, well, you know, people who deserve it should get universal basic income. Oh, you mean like all people? Like all people? Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Those discussions are always fun. Not everyone, like felons, why not? We house them in jail. When we release them, should we put them on the street? Or should we put them literally in a basic house that is a safe roof over their head, where they have food and access to basic health care? Maybe they won't be felons anymore. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, please don't put a robot in my hoo-ha. I would like to nope out of that. No robot hoo-has, please and thank you. It's going to be a weird place for someone to come into the channel for the first time, but, you know. We are very no robot hoo-has in this channel. Yes, exactly. Consensual robot hoo-ha devices. 100% can get behind that. Wow. All right. I'm not sad about that conversation. I'm just going to put that out there. How many things can I drop at once? Oh God, nothing broke. Including a Snapple bottle that I've had since college. Don't ask me why I have this. It is literally just, what's in it? A Snapple bottle I've had since college that has some change in it, and that's it. And it's covered with rubber bracelets that I've gotten over the years. The Geek, Starbucks, St. Jude Play Live. I met the Queen of Dragons and lived. Put Your Money Where the Miracles Are for Children's National. Nitrato, Children's National. I used to do a lot of work for them. St. Jude. And then some a glass cloth that says Happy Halloween and is really gross and dirty. A weird, I don't know what that is. Oh, look, that is a 50 pence piece with Queen Elizabeth on it. A dime and a penny. That's what's in there. You know, 30-year-old Snapple bottle. Robot hoo-ha. You feel like this is the least weird convo turn that has happened on the stream, Duke? It's fair. It's fair. It is on brand. It is on brand. Hey, I have to think that Twitch knew what they were getting when they said, let's make her an ambassador. They had to know, right? I mean, they had to watch me at some point. Reusing bottles is me too. Yeah, reduce, reuse, recycle. I just find it funny. Like that bottle's just sat there. I used to use it all for all change, and then I got something else for change. But for some reason, there's still some money in it. You read somewhere over a decade ago that we could support the entire needs of the world with 50% of the labor productivity we could produce. Why do we insist that if we don't have 90% of the people working, the system's failing? Sounds like capitalism. One of my least favorite arguments for people is when they start talking about kids these days and how they don't know the value of hard work. And when I was a kid, like the student loan discussion, oof. When people start getting all salty about student loans and, well, like I had to pay off my student loans. Why should these kids get it for free? Because we want a better world for the people who come after us. Don't we? Do we want people to suffer just because we might have suffered? I absolutely do not want that. If someone suffered, if I had to suffer to get my college degree, and I can make it so somebody else doesn't have to suffer, that's my choice. Every time. Right? Like, I just want, like, safe, healthy, happy. Like, why? Oh, look at this. I already love this. That's what we need. Not, I don't know. It's not the suffering Olympics. Right? Like, someone's not better than another just because they might have suffered more. I want you to suffer less. Soapbox. Yeah. There are certain mountains I will thank you for the follow. There's certain mountains I will die on. That is one of them. We all know that some of my other ones. I should make a list. Jonestown is one. Hi, gamer. Hello. Thanks for the follow. The woman with the McDonald's crotch problem, also a mountain I'll die on. What was it the other day, babe? I identified another one. Do you remember? Right, exactly, Dark Sun. You shouldn't have to. I work hard so my children can have an easier life. I want them to create art instead of creating spreadsheets, right? I want that for them. I want them to have an easier life. It doesn't make mine a failure. Yes, drinking the Kool-Aid, Jonestown, absolutely. The McDonald's woman. There was another one. Climbing Mount Everest is oddly a mountain I won't die on, but it is a discussion I will always have with people. You feel like it was about somebody. It was about a person. It was. I don't remember what it was, though, either. Wasn't Jimmy Carter related. I mean, Ronald Reagan being a horrible person is a mountain I'm willing to die on. But I feel like there's not a lot of contesting there. But like to the point where I proved it the other day. Some dude at my stretch lab place started going off about the McDonald's woman and how ridiculous her lawsuit was, and my big mouth stepped right in. Like, hey, maybe you didn't know, but that was actually a horrible thing, and that woman only sued for damages, and they found that it was so egregious, they gave her more. And he was like, I'll never believe that. And I was like, there's nothing to believe. It's true. She did not, this wasn't a frivolous lawsuit. It's actually in law books as an example of a non-frivolous lawsuit. It was very, very, well, she should have, it's not their, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it was their fault. Like, McDonald's isn't going to come and, like, give you a handy, dude. By the way, I have started doing my interfacing this way, where I just iron it on. And then I cut, because there's freaking no reason at this point. I'm wasting the same amount when I do this. So this just makes it easier. And we're all about, again, smarter, not harder. Same. I did too. I think a lot of us did. Right, I paid, my family and I paid for my degree, right? My dad and mom paid for half of it, and I paid the other half. And it was a long time before I paid it back, right? I would have loved some assistance there, right? That would have been awesome. And I wish that on any... I am not bitter if someone gets their loan excused because I didn't get mine excused. Right? What harm does it do me now? None. What good does it do that person? All the good in the world. Especially with the entirely, hugely predatory practices of student loan corporations. Right? Like, it's awful. You maintain that George W. Bush rose politically because his dad had left office and moved back to Houston with great fanfare. Wow, really? That's fascinating. Because he always seemed like the accidental frat boy president. Like, it seemed like he wanted to do it because his dad did it. And it looked like this is the family business, right? Not like because it was the right thing to do. That's how it always looked to me. Yeah, that's right. Aim for public service loan forgiveness for your student loans. I hope you get it. Well, and the absolute gymnastics that people will go through to justify why some groups shouldn't have to pay for college. Oh, absolutely classist. Oh yeah, I mean, so much is distraction, and I mean the movie Wag the Dog. I'm surprised that anyone let that be made, but no one paid attention to it. The message in mass, so I guess it was fine for them. Also, as my boss likes to point out, Crocs. I know it's a weird segue, but stick with me. Crocs were the shoes they used in Idiocracy, right? That were so ugly and dumb that they couldn't imagine anyone actually wearing them, so they made it so that everybody in the future who was, like, dumb wore them. I'm wearing Crocs right now. Hey, Papa! What's going on? It's good to see you. Life emulating art, right? It's so nice to have you here. How are you, my friend? It has dragon fire. And I laugh so I don't cry. All right. Same, older by the day. Same. Have you seen my grays? So, yeah, exactly, Malfoy, right? I personally don't love them, how they look, but I do like how they feel. Drives you crazy that schools put up roadblocks preventing someone like you from paying past due school. I know, right? Like, let me pay for school lunch bills. Thank you, thank you. Like, why does it matter? Let me pay for these. It's bananas. Wait, today is International Socko Day, the day where it is okay to wear socks in Chico sandals. Let me put it bluntly. I am not going to judge many things. Don't wear socks with sandals. Come on. I wear socks with sandals sometimes. Coming out of the gym, I wear socks with sandals. There shouldn't be a lunch bill. So Colorado actually is paying for school lunch now. So during the pandemic, the United States government paid for school lunch for every kid. Yeah. We require them to be there. Hi, bro. Hi. So yesterday, Brody started shaking, and I was really nervous about him. And then we took off his pajamas, and he stopped shaking. He was paralyzed with indecision and fear with his pajamas. But you look so cute and dapper in them. My cute, beautiful boy. All right, move. Thank you, buddy. Okay, down. I actually, 41 in 9 days, I am happy about it because it's another year above the dirt for you. And every day that you're with us, I love it. Your socks are different color stripes on either side. I love it. My Crocs are Christmas Mickey fur-lined Crocs right now. I went all in. Same way about bus fare. Yep. Really, though, wear socks with sandals. I don't care. You suspect it might not be a real holiday. Are you sure? Are you sure? Your school's been doing free lunch for many years now, pre-pandemic. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, ours does it. Colorado picked up paying for it when they took the funding away. If we put a sweater or harness on yours, he hides. Oh. That's a lot to be food insecure. Crocs and Uggs collab when. It should be coming. All right, my bamboo right now, I messed it up. It's fine. I actually, any word back from him? Okay. Okay, so my bamboo, I installed the cutter wrong when I reinstalled it. And it's fine, it's not broken. It's just I have to like wiggle it. Another tray. The part is sold out on the website to replace it. And so it works. I just need the screw got stripped. So we can't get it out without like drilling it. So we have to replace the screw, right? So to do that, we have to order a whole new mechanism because I can't find the screw locally. So we keep trying to order it, and it keeps going out of stock. So my ex has the big box of bamboo parts, so hopefully we can get his. Dual Dragon, hi, how are you? It's so nice to see you. So we printed this. We've been printing a couple of different nesting trays to go for use with sewing stuff. So that's, we're gonna do another tray in just a moment. The front cover of the tool head came off. Well, it's because I jiggled it and then didn't put it on right. There we go. Resume. Okay, we are resume. Okay. So I'm printing this. I was showing it, hold on. Where was it? There it is. The bamboo poops are a lot. Are a whole lot. But I actually have some plans to do some crafts with them that I'm gonna make a YouTube video for, so. Hey, that's the thing, it doesn't have to be exciting, but fed and nutritiously fed is best, right? Texas A&M. Oh wow, interesting, Crafty. Papa, right? It's fine. It's not broken. I just have to wiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. You thought that 41 was running against Ann Richards for governor in Texas. Got it. Silverfoot in his mouth. Well, Papa, this printer prints so nice. Like, look at that. So nice. No, that's interesting. I'd never heard any of that, Marcy. So it makes a lot of sense. You got your diamond nozzle in. Ooh la la. What does a diamond nozzle do that a regular nozzle doesn't? Tell the class. Rainbow Phoenix, hello. It is expensive, but it does its job well. If you want, I have a video on the YouTube that I did. On the YouTubes. That about the bamboo. It doesn't wear out and transfers heat much better than just brass. I love that. One of the A1s look neat. I'd rather you got a raise too, Sandra. 100%. Rainbow, what's new? Your printers keep breaking, so right now you have one printer to stay to repair. It's getting annoying. Dual Dragon, I finally broke down and got a bamboo X1C. I don't regret it. I was able to print things for sale enough that I have all but recovered the cost of the printer. And once I sell my Taz Lulzbot, which I need to get on, it's going to be even better. From a project perspective. Ugh, okay, so I can actually, in the app, tell it to, like, do another job again. I'm gonna print another, another 4, in different colors. Highly wear resistance, relatively non-stick. Nice. I love it. Right. Feed your kids a good breakfast before they take a test. Why wouldn't... Did you go to Jared's? You plead the 5th? Ooh la la. I hope that's a good thing. Hey Dawn, how are you? Chocolate diamonds. What? Are chocolate diamonds a thing? Like, what are chocolate diamonds? Hold on. This printer's being a pain in the ass. I think there's a sale on the X1Cs right now. They won't get back to me in terms of sponsoring me. But, what do you do? Oh, shit! Come on. All right, so what color is white in here? It's 1. All right, so we'll make some white trays too. It's stuck at 99% because the cutter won't disengage. So I'm wiggling it, going back and forth. The cool thing is I can open something from that site I just showed you in Bamboo Studio directly, and then it just sends it. I tell it, yes, we got a new version. Thank you for the 17th time. I just change it to the plate that I have. It comes right in from the website. All pretty. And I want 4, that's 4. Slice the plate. Hour and 57 minutes. I'm gonna do 1. We're gonna put this back in the printer. Because, you know. It's probably necessary. And I'm just going to stop the print because yes, I want to cancel the print because you're not doing anything. It's already done. All right, so then... So, yep, so it's sending the job. I don't know anything about pre-sliced things or if that's dangerous or why. I will admit, I don't know. Lavaine has... Oh, sell them as gems. Oh. You know, Dual Dragon, the Prusa minis are good. The bamboo is great. I love it. Can I eat them? Right, if I could eat the chocolate diamonds. The most important meal of the day came from cereal makers. Not surprised. Hey, second breakfast has a lot of value, Sandra. Brown diamond sounds terrible. Unironically, you want to make those for work. Oh, yes, that would be... Please do that. I would love it if you made those. PM varieties of painkillers. Ugh. I don't take them. Oh, wow, Malfung. That's bananas. There you go, Papa. I'd love to see what you make. Right, I just canceled that print because I don't know what the hell was going on with it. But we have it already here. We're going to do it again. I'm going to do it with PLA1. Send it. I don't like taking, so the marketing for those has never worked on me specifically, even though I know a lot of people who it does work on. Mostly because I barely take melatonin, and that's been in like the last 2 months. I don't like taking sleep aids. They really mess up my head. You think the A1's gonna eat the Prusa Mini's lunch? You have car parts you can design and print for the restore. Nice, Papa, that's awesome. What would you use to print on that? To print those? Yeah, lunch is a long way from breakfast for a 10-hour shift. Oh, no worries. Yay for not dying in Warframe. I love to hear that people are still playing Warframe. Some little trim parts would be all picked up in 1951. DeSoto. Wow, Papa, that's awesome. It definitely gives me vivid dreams. I've had some really, really vivid ones the last couple weeks. Marcy, including one that was two of my recent dreams have featured you. Both Star Cruiser themed. The one from last week was in the dream. I knew it was a dream, and I was telling myself not to wake up because then it would be over. But you and I, just like when we found out, then I might have told you this already, just like when we found out that Star Wars was bought by Disney, we found out that on the website they were offering select 3 and 4 day cruises on the Galactic Star Cruiser, and we were super stoked. And then I realized it was a dream, and I was like, don't wake up, because if you wake up, it will still be a dream, and then the Star Cruiser will still be closed, and you will be sad. So I stayed asleep. Literally, in my head, I could feel myself trying to wake up, and I was like, nope, stay asleep. And we learned what the storylines were, and we were really excited about it, and then I woke up. And then the dream I had today was that Andrew and I were prepping for a trip, meeting you guys again, and we weren't getting in till 9 o'clock, which wasn't a big deal, except I realized as we were packing that we weren't going to get there till 9 o'clock on embarkation day. So I was freaking out. And then in my dream, either me or Andrew said, well, it's okay because, thanks for the follow, it's okay because it's closed anyway. And I was like, no! And so I didn't want to wake up from that one either. But it was funny because it was a combination of my brain trying to keep me from freaking out and like stressing over being late for something with reality. I'm like, which is worse? Being late or it not being there at all? I do. Excuse me, Crafty. I love that too. And that, I think, is also one of the last times I've gone on Space Mountain. Monsters in her bedroom? Wow. Yeah, I only take 3 milligrams. Where Santa was trying to wake everyone up, right? I don't know. So I take the what are they? The Ollie melatonin, and I just started taking it about, like I said, less than 2 months ago. Andrew will tell you, for the first like week or 2, maybe even 3, I just had panic attacks because I didn't like how it felt. Oh, I love Capaldi. Things we all know. You want me to take your prescribed painkillers because they're known to cause drowsiness. Oh, I'm sorry. And they can't give you anything else, I'm assuming. That sucks. I hate that for you. Midnight herbal sleeping remedy. What's in that? So there's one. A daily Zyrtec user or your life would be miserable. That's how my son is. His allergies are out of control. Amoxicillin gives you the shakes and insomnia. Ooh, no me gusta as well. You don't like dreaming good or bad and Bellatrix. I didn't know that you didn't like dreaming, babe. Oh. I love dreams. Even my weird ones. I have a lot of weird dreams. Like, Andrew will tell you, like, I can't even articulate the weirdest of my dreams, but they get pretty detailed. Like that Star Cruiser one, for example, the other storylines were, one's focused on droids and on like a droid rebellion. One focused on Princess Leia and Han. And they would vary. Like it was a 3-day and then a 4-day and then it was like The Wish. A 3-day and then a 4-day. Yes, exactly. The story's not done yet. I do that all the time. Night terrors and stress dreams. I have a lot of night terrors as well. Andrew will tell you. Again, I wake up freaking out a whole lot. But it doesn't deter my love of dreaming. You're so glad that cholesterol issues is not among the set. I am glad for that too. Can cause heart. Ooh. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing for you, babe. I think we did, but I didn't really remember that it was. I didn't think it was related to that. Chuck photos up in the Whip channel. I feel like checking out the old car. I would love to. I can't wait to see them. Your ex-wife had bad reactions to statins. Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to take a look. So we're cutting this out 4 times instead of just the 2 that we would because we're cutting out 2 bags. At once. One of them is sold, and one of them is not. And Lori also has a bag that's that is over on that table, partially assembled. That I am working to. My hope is to get it done this weekend and in the mail at the start of the week. Oh, well, I'm glad that your medication has it back under control. Target used to sell it, but not anymore. Well, I hope that it's okay. Like, that it's not like... What was it? Like, okay, so Highland's Best did an herbal teething, Highland's teething tablets for infants. That was... I loved them. My kids... I loved them. Loved them. However, they, apparently what helped your kids was belladonna. Oh, good. I'm glad malfunctioned. I'm super glad. So they pulled that off the market. Did you ever use that for the girls, Crafty? Yes, it had belladonna in it. It worked so well. No wonder. Yes. It was all the rage. Although, you know what? Janetian Violet, you could rip that from my cold, dead hands. That stuff was amazing. When babies had thrush, paint the inside of your baby's mouth violet, went away. No yeast infection. Cocaine, right? Cocaine was in actual Coca-Cola. Marcy, did the girls ever have that? The Highlands teething tablets? They were really, if you Google it, it was, when I say they were all the rage, like, I don't know very many people, even people who weren't really earthy crunchy, and I wasn't really earthy crunchy with my kids, but I was more earthy crunchy than most of the people that I knew when it came to how I cared for my kids. Apparently earthy crunchy. You know, I breastfed full time. My kids never had formula, which again, formula is fine. I'm not knocking formula. I'm just saying they never had it. And they were cloth diapered, not full time, but cloth diapered. You didn't use those. You're smart. I think Judician Violet is the best. I mean, your boob turns purple, and your baby's mouth is bright purple, but it works. So basically, thrush is like a yeast infection on your boob when you're breastfeeding. And Judician Violet is literally just this violet stuff. It's bright violet that you paint on your nipple, and that helps it from being. It helps kill the infection, the yeast infection. But the thing is, since a baby's mouth is also warm and dry, you have to get it in there too, or else you're just going to transfer it back and forth. So you put it on before you nurse, and then the baby's mouth, and usually all around their mouth, is bright purple. For your nibblings, nice. Works like a charm. Start yawning in 30 minutes. I love it. Right, too crunchy for some, too soggy for others. It's so true. You know what, Rainbow Phoenix? It worked. It worked real well. And I don't even know that it was necessarily bad. I just know that once people found out it had belladonna in it, or that I think the issue wasn't necessarily the belladonna. It was the fact that the way that this stuff was produced was not under any kind of supervision from the FDA, which meant that no one was obliged to do it in any kind of consistent way, right? So I don't know that anyone did, but you could have a tablet that had too much and some that had not enough. And with babies, that's a hard sell with babies, right? The purple baby face pictures, they're so cute. Yeah, people... Hey, W. Scott! Yeah, people think your babies are like sucking on a marker. And that's not awesome. The single dose of IV antibiotics in the hospital with the C-section gave you the worst thrush. Ugh! That's terrible. I'm sorry for that. I just realized I wanted to do something. Enjoy your lurk. Joe Piscopo. What's it? I have not started. You know what? Thank you, W. Scott. The only person who has responded to my that I've seen to my my stream title. I too have not started Christmas shopping yet. Whereas my mother is done, and all her gifts are at my house. I'm super excited. My mom, my sister, and my nephew are all coming to the house for Christmas. Be together. It'll be nice. It's going to be a hard Christmas. I am already having a hard time with it, I'll be honest, because it's, my first Christmas without my dad, and it's already been hard. I'm perfectly honest, right? Like we have the tree up, but we keep not decorating it, and I know that it to my family might seem like we just ran out of time, but I knew it's been hard for me to want to do that, and I'm working on it. Pretty much done, but you only shop for your son. Well, there you go. Who wants to write an employee handbook for a presentation in 8 hours? See, this is where AI might come in handy, Dark Sun. Write me an employee handbook. Looking to 3D print things at this point. There you go. I would love to do that. Right, exactly, Crafty. A job for AI. That's nice to have family over. Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely, Papa. I don't know if you know, I think you do, that my dad died earlier this year. So I am very, very well aware of the need for that. And I am very happy that we're all going to be together for Christmas. Because the first one without him is going to be hard for all of us. It's going to always be hard from now on. Christmas in my family, in every family, it can be special. And I know that no family has a monopoly on special Christmases, right? My family Christmas was always at my grandmother's house until I was almost in my 30s. No, until after like 31 or 32, actually. And then I started hosting it at my house in Virginia. And my grandmother would come and she would tell me how much it felt like hers, and that would make me cry. Try not to cry right now. So every year was Christmas at my grandmother's house, my dad's mom and my dad's dad. And it was, there are some Black stereotypes that are very true. In my family, at least from my experiences, right? No one's a monolith, but like going to church was very, very revival-esque, right? Anytime we were there. And Christmas was always 17 million people. It was a 4-day affair. And it was you saw everybody and anybody, right? For the whole weekend would stop by to get food, to say hi, to drop off food, right? To you name it. And we went to my dad's parents' house for almost every single Christmas. I don't know why we were so only at their house, never at my mom's parents' house, very rarely. And my mom's parents, for much of my youth, lived one state away. Right? So it wasn't like they lived further. Like we had to basically drive past my mom's dad's house, like my grandparents' house, my mom's parents' house, to get to my dad's parents' house. But yet we did every year. And my grandmother and I were super close. My grandfather and I were close. Losing them was hard. Losing, of course, my dad was even harder. And family at Christmas has always been paramount to me. And I think it's why. So my ex, right? And this is not to disparage him in any way, but like my first Christmas without my parents, I never forget, I was 29 years old. I can fix that. 29 years old, and we went to Memphis for Christmas, and it was the worst Christmas I've ever had in my life. Because these were not folks, these were not my people. They did not make me feel welcome. They actually actively made me feel unwelcome. And if there was ever a time in my life where I was able to reflect on the true meaning of family during the holidays, it was that year. I was 29 years old. I was isolated. I was actively isolated as an outsider, and it was awful. I never took a Christmas for granted again. Moving out to Denver Christmas was my big reason why I didn't want to. And I think that there was 2017, the year that we moved out here, was the year my grandmother died. And I think her being gone I felt like moving, like maybe it was time, right? Like I didn't feel the connection, and that was on me. I should have, right? Should have, would have, could have, right? It's fine. But I thought it would be like my parents came here in 2018. 2017 we had Christmas here alone without family, and then 2018 I don't know why we didn't go back east, but there we go. And then 2018 my parents came out here, but it was not the best Christmas because, you know, unbeknownst to everyone but me, my husband had separated with me a month earlier in November and did not want to tell anyone. So that was great to have Christmas as they're like bonding with him, and I'm like, what? Like, don't. But they don't know. So it was complicated. And then in 2019, you know, my parents didn't come. And then there was a pandemic, and then a pandemic, and then he was sick, and then he died. So I could not agree more that when you have a chance to see your family, if you are on good terms with them, if there's any way that that will bring you joy, that doing anything you can to get home to them is a good thing. Well, I appreciate it. It's definitely been not the best run of Christmases. Last year was good though. Last year I got the one thing I wanted, which was my dad being with us. And it wasn't guaranteed. And I'm still forever grateful we had them as long as we did. I just, you know, you always wish you had them longer. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate it. Good Christmas tree ornament 3D print that's designed for 4-color multicolor. That does sound like it should be something that's easy to find. I'm actually putting together a Christmas list of 3D stuff that I'm going to print, including, give you a little sneak peek because I'm going to do a video on it if I have the time. I found, hold on, it'll just be easier to show you. Because I think with this, I'm almost done cutting all the pieces out. Part of why I like this purse, it's not very cut heavy. Additionally, measure and cut. I don't need the zipper pocket panel, I just need the slip pocket, 8 by 7. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sorry he doesn't see the value there, Sandra. I can understand how that's probably really frustrating because, yeah, it can be so important is to me. Before your wife's grandmother passed several years back, she used to go to a church that fit that description to a T. Oh, how sweet. I love that. All right. Oh, this is the wrong account. I knew I had a different account. Okay. So now I have to find all the things I found earlier. And I'll make a new list. Okay, too many. I made a new account. Here it is. I am 100% making this. It's a Lego. Right, do you like that? I printed that. Good night, Sandra. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Papa. Right? I will be making this, babe. Worry you not. I have all the, I like this black and red one. Flower for the Lego wreath. Got things to make. But where is... There's another flower. There's... Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. There's a whole bunch of accessories. The mounting peg. I love the light up. We're gonna add that. The star. I love the candles for the table. And then this is a big Lego Santa. And then there's Lego inspired presents for the Santa. Santa Porg is a thing. Porg snow mold. Oh my gosh. Things to make. I think it's on, what is it? What's the other one? The, Cults 3D. There it is. This I'm totally making as well. This is an ornament. You may be forced to get a second AMS, right? Oh no. Hey DC, how are you? Lars would flip his lid. I feel like Lars flips his lid a lot. Okay, I don't know why it's not loading, but it looks like this Baby Yoda down here. That's adorable. Bookmarking. Okay, I don't know why Baby Yoda's not working, like not showing in the big one here. But he's showing down here. There we go. How stinking cute is that? It looks knitted. There's a couple knitted ones. But yeah, we're gonna make that too. I'd love to see the tree if you have a picture of it somewhere. Papa. So that's one thing. Take care. It was so great to see you. Don't be a stranger. I mean, you come visit us on your time. No pressure, but we love seeing you when you're able to come. What was I looking for? I was gonna, so I have the laser cutter, right? Template, ornament. I was thinking that, you know how we do ornaments for the tree? Behind me, that if people hit a certain threshold, I would make an ornament. I was gonna make a bunch on the Glowforge, not the Glowforge, the laser cutter, and then if people donated a certain amount, I could give it to them, right? Like if they gifted or subbed a certain amount, I could give it to them. Because they're doing Twitch sub December. End of year bonus round, right? So it starts next, so I was thinking of having it ready for next week. So it starts on December 13th. So I was thinking we could do that. Because it's Hype Train, updates, bit bonuses, for the first week from December 13th to the 20th, cheers over 300 bits, Twitch will add at least 10% more bits. at least. So, and then from the 27th to the 2nd, there'll be the 25% off single month gifting discount. So I'm excited about that. We can have some fun there. Hey, Nix, how are you? It's good to see you, friend. What's up? Lady Pin, by the way, thanks for that follow. Belatedly. Much belatedly. What time is it? 8? It's almost 9. So I'm turning into a little bit of a pumpkin because like I was saying before, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Peppermint hot cocoa. Ooh la la. I love that for you. It does sound delightful. It does. But sleeping also sounds delightful. And I just hit a wall, so we're gonna go forth with that wall. But I will be back tomorrow. I know I don't have my schedule up, but I will. I have, through the end of the year, basically, I have a lot to do, and I would like to stream it. I miss streaming. So I'll be live tomorrow, won't be live Wednesday and Thursday, and then again Saturday and Sunday. So that's the schedule for this week, just as a heads up. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue working on the purse. We're almost done cutting things out. Actually, we only have 2 more things to cut out. 1 more thing to cut out, really, for both bags, and then we're going to start assembling tomorrow. I'm hoping, since they are quick, they are bags that come together quickly, I'm hoping we can get them together quickly. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to go see our friend Word Fangirl. We have not had a chance to raid them in a amazingly long time. They're awesome. If you have never met them, they come to our channel on the regular. They're awesome folks. And I think they're having a baby soon. So just hello, an old pic I can't wait to see. Good night, Pumpkin. So let's go say hi to them. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, if you found us today, hit the follow button. We'd love to see you again. We're pretty cool. You know, most of the time. I'm not. They are. They're all pretty cool. I'm okay. I'll give myself that. So, yeah, I'm just going to blather. Until the next time I see you, whenever that may be, please remember that I love you. Stay kind to yourselves and others. Stay beautiful. I'll see you later.